Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why is my camera turning on? There we go. What's going on?
Just a bunch of things.
Yeah.
A bunch of things. Oh crap. It's mostly yesterday was spent in the unfortunate attempt to figure out what was wrong with my wife's website.
Oh yeah. What's wrong with it, or what's not working?
I do not know.
Oh, like
Well,
what's?
I mean,
It's just not operating.
it's one of the functions. There's been an update to the plugin that I was using, and there was an update to the overall what do you call it, WordPress, like the actual platform. So I think those two things combined together yielded unfortunate results. So now it's
just another day in technology land.
yeah, it's just another day for you and me.
Funny, I've seen a lot of people, like there's always these debates on the Kajabi group about limitations of Kajabi, and some people are fed up and frustrated, and other people are like, diehard supporters of Kajabi. But they always seem to, there's always this debate against whatever issues you're having with Kajabi versus if you go anywhere else, whether it's WordPress or any other program, like they have problems too, right? And plugins. And there's a lot of people who say, I came to Kajabi to get away from the world of plugins.
That's it's technology is fascinating. It helps us in many ways, but it's also a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's especially unfortunate because I know that none of this is happening because somebody was absent-minded or forgot to do something. It's just you can never correlate or like think through all the permutations that people might be having installed, because plugins, all of that stuff, they never always perfectly talk to each other.
Yeah.
But such is life.
Yeah, for sure.
What else is new? So I didn't as you can see from my tail, I haven't achieved nearly as much as I wanted to achieve yesterday. So that's that.
Yeah, well, it's just another day of living.
Yeah.
I had my call with Glide yesterday,
and
it was very short, like literally 15 minutes, and it was supposed to be David Siegel, who's their CEO, but apparently he got married on the weekend, so it was another guy. But he said they Glide is 12 people basically.
Glide is 12 people, eh?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Which I thought was interesting, because they set it up just because we had been a paid customer and then we canceled our paid services, so they just wanted to find out why. So it was good. So I talked to him about having some kind of version control. That it's an amazing tool in that how quickly you go from a concept to a working model, and how quickly you can iterate. But the problem is you can't uniterate. Like as soon as you change something, it's changed, and often you click on something just to see, I wonder what it would look like this, and then it resets all your parameters. So anyway, he goes, they're working on something like that.
Version control.
Yeah. Well, the way he kind of described what they're working on is kind of like, I don't know if it'll have the flexibility that you would necessarily want, but it's kind of like a, before you begin screwing around with it, it will save the current iteration of it. And then as you work, then at the end of working on it, you can decide whether you want to implement that whole whatever you've done or not. So at least it's a step in the right direction. I also was talking a lot about the limitations of the Glide sheets or Glide tables versus Google Sheets, and stuff, and
You
Excel came
started
up.
trapping all over their platform. I said, oh yeah, this is garbage.
Well, I just said I said we started building a thing off the tables, and then there's things that we needed to integrate through Zapier and stuff, and some copying and pasting and just general kind of data management stuff, like even copying and moving rows or whatever, like simple things that you cannot do in the Glide tables. So we ended up going back to Google Sheets, but then you sacrifice performance a little bit. So anyway, he also said they're working on an Excel integration.
No way.
Yeah.
Now that would be cool.
Yeah. Because I was telling him, like, in my career, like, everywhere I've ever worked, like Excel becomes the de facto tool for people to create their own workarounds to problems. And that Glide potentially is a different platform for people to work in to solve some of those problems. And you said, it's funny you mentioned Excel because we're working on a way to support Excel. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm assuming you can then choose between Glide tables, Google Sheets, or Excel. I mean, I've always thought, like, even when we worked at Pressman, right? Like, there's always this resistance to, we have to eliminate Excel. And it's like, you're never gonna eliminate it. Like, you should embrace it.
I actually remember Adam saying those words. Yeah.
Anyway, so it was a good.
But it's not. It wasn't anything like they were saying, like, guys, you have to come back into the platform.
No. They just genuinely wanted to hear from real people what's going on. Oh, and I also said, I don't remember the specifics, but I just want to say your pricing is confusing. Like I said, we bought the pro plan and whatever, and then you click on something else, and then it's like, oh, now there's a different fee for this by user or whatever. I said, it's very. I don't remember the specifics of it, but I just remember we were in a constant state of confusion about, like,
what's costing what
was what, and what are we going to get charged and whatever. Anyway, he goes, oh yeah, he goes, I agree. He said basically they're looking at going to some kind of consumption model. Because he said, like, if you build something that gets like thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of users, it costs them money because they're paying
because of the pings.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever it is, like, however they get charged by whatever their provider is. So it's some consumption-based model they're looking at figuring out. Anyway, so long story short, they're aware of everything I mentioned already, pretty much, and they're already working on solutions for those things. He was asking me questions, like, because I was kind of explaining to him for myself that I'm like a pseudo programmer. Like, people that don't know anything about technology think I'm a computer genius. Like, when you build like Access or Excel things and stuff, like, people think, oh, this guy really knows what he's talking about. But then when I meet real programmers or real tech people, they go, this guy's an idiot. Like, I only know enough to be dangerous. Because he was asking, he goes, like, if you think back to when you first got on the platform, like, if you didn't know what you know now, like, was it easy to use, easy to follow? Because I told him, like, we had a lot of trial and error. I told him that the community was great for, like, when you have a problem and you need to find a solution. The community has been good. I gave Miguel credit. I said, like, Miguel got us into it, and his first tutorial video, at least for me, is what helped me get started to figure out how it worked. So I think his question was kind of like, well, if you hadn't watched Miguel's video, would you have been able to figure it out? And I'm like, well, I don't know.
I would have given it to Vadim.
It's hard to say.
Of course you would have. It's just.
Oh, I would have figured it out, but I just mean, like, he was trying to make me to imagine is if I hadn't had Miguel's tutorial at first to show me how to do things in it, would I have been able to figure it out with just the materials that Glide provides? And I'm like, I said, yeah, I think I would, because I kind of have, like I said, I'm the pseudo programmer kind of type. I could have figured stuff out. Yeah. But if you're asking me, would a person who has no technical skills at all could go in and just build something? Maybe, but it wouldn't be very sophisticated, and it wouldn't really do much. Anyway, it was an interesting call.
Yeah, it's it sounds like this was more of a not a fact-finding mission necessarily, but it's more of what's the best way for us to improve our sales
Yeah.
materials.
When I did tell him, I said, like, I have every intention of giving you guys more money. Once, I said, we're beta testing stuff. And then when it didn't, now that's done, waiting for things to happen. So in the meantime, we're not going to pay for it if we don't have to.
Yeah. Did he say anything about the I don't know if simplification of pricing is a good way of saying it, but just in the community, there was some conversations, and you and I both saw them, about the fact that look, the pricing as it is not sustainable for the small guys.
Yeah.
But
No, we didn't. I mean, I made some comment like, whatever you figure out, like I said, we're building something on your platform to make money, to sell. And I'm quite comfortable with you guys as the provider of the tool that we're using to take a fair cut of whatever we're making.
Mhm.
Like, because otherwise, without their platform, you wouldn't have a business if that's what you're building it on.
Yeah.
So I'm more than happy to give them a cut of what it is. So whatever. So like, I like the idea of it being consumption based.
Yeah, so it would be interesting if they could lock people into accepting payments only through their platform.
Yeah.
And then you're right, and then just take a cut of it. Because a cut means a business is happening.
Yeah. And maybe it's a percentage up to a maximum of a certain amount per user or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like I acknowledge to him that based on the interview that Miguel did with David, their CEO, that they're really trying to be a B2B, like enterprise kind of solutions thing, like work with, it's more for business users than it is for trying to build things like we did with Storytime. Like, that's not really their intention.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, I had a conversation with Joanne last night, and I have a meeting with her tomorrow because she wants me to build her something. She has a laser engraving machine at one of her stores.
Yep.
And she wants me to build her an app that basically all of her stores can have the app, and they can place orders on the app that then gets communicated to the store that has the machine, so they can produce the items and then email notifications to the customer when they're ready to be picked up.
That's interesting. It's very interesting.
Yeah. So it's kind of like there's going to be kind of, I think there's two parts to it. There's one is like the behind the scenes business part of it, of how the stores communicate with each other and manage the production and the demand planning and stuff. And then there's the consumer facing part where they can show customers what it is that they can buy, and they can order it on an iPad at store X and get it produced and transferred to that store and then picked up.
Hold on. Quick cut. What's wrong with you? Come on, go. My cat doesn't know if she wants to be in the room or outside.
Yeah. Tell your cat I'll send her an application to be part of Team UIP if she wants to be involved so much.
Got it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've got a meeting with her tomorrow to find out more about what exactly it is that she wants.
How was she, like, how is she feeling? Like, how is her business feeling after all of this insanity has been going on?
She feels great. Her from what I know, her sales are up from previous. I'm assuming she's referring to previous years, not just, I mean, everyone should be up versus last year. But business is good. She's happy. I mean, my daughter started working at her store. She worked 4 out of the last 5 days or something, but she said like the store's pretty, it's not like overwhelmingly busy, but it's steady. Like there's customers coming in, people are buying stuff. They have a lot of, 4 or 5 people working in the store at any given time.
It's
So
interesting. It's actually, it's encouraging, but it's also mind blowing. I would not expect it to come back this fast.
yeah, and this is the slowest time of the year for her business.
So people are actually walking into the store, eh?
Yeah. Well, the other interesting thing, which I don't know, I mean, this is a bit off the wall, but my daughter worked on Sunday and they had like a third party vendor in the store selling something, which got me to thinking we should set up a little story time booth or table and like intercept people in the stores. And then I thought, next summer, like we have a lot of festivals, or I don't know if I'd say a lot, but there's a few that I know of around in Mississauga where you can rent a booth or whatever. So I started thinking like, Vadim and I are going to go out in the story time t-shirts. I told my wife we're going to pay her mom, because my mother-in-law used to be a librarian. She worked for the Mississauga Library for years.
Yep.
And she always did story time reading to kids. I said, what we're gonna get her sitting in a rocking chair in the booth with little kids gathered around and reading stories.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So anyway, but on the story time front too, I was at my brother's on Sunday, and of course I was harassing them if they'd been using what the recordings I did for them, and they hadn't had a chance to or whatever. But then I said, they're delivering every week or every other week. They're delivering their food to whatever people. So the idea was, okay, would you insert like a card or a little pamphlet or something into the delivery with a QR code or something for the app? And they said they'd be willing to do that. And then I was thinking, I'm wondering if we should do something where it's like you do the app is free for 3 months or 1 month or something. And I don't know how I know Thrivecart, you can have a trial period.
Yeah.
So
which is the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that's, they have to put their credit card information and everything in, and then they have a trial period and they don't get charged until the trial period's over. Is that how it works?
That's correct.
And how do they facilitate canceling before the trial period? Is it just a notification they get?
Question. I'll be honest, I do not know.
Yeah. Anyway, presumably there must be a way to do it, because I know they have that trial setting on Thrivecart. So that's something I think that maybe we consider to test it out as a promo with their audience. Like they're willing to, if we design something in Canva with a QR code on it, they'll print some off and throw them in their delivery bags and see if we get any action. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. On that note, because this is a good idea. You never know which one's gonna really set this loose, if you want to use that expression.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, did you connect with Amy by any chance?
No, my wife was supposed to go there this weekend, but they canceled because of weather. But we're going over to their house on Saturday.
Okay.
So Saturday is going to be
that's not that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious because my hopes lie on the like being featured on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. I'll engage with her on Saturday. It's funny because I saw on her posts last week, it looked like she was doing a survey where she was asking people, how many of you have kids aged, and I forget what it was, like 4 to 8 or 5 to 10, or I don't know. It was almost like she was like trying to gauge how much of her audience has children in kind of an older age group and just infants.
Okay.
So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. If she's trying to segment her audience for us, that would be great. anyway, I'll talk to her on Saturday and see if she can do something, a post or whatever. I upgraded my Camtasia
Two?
to 2021.
Why?
Well, they had a 50% off deal, so it was $80.
But didn't you say that you were less than impressed with when you used it the first time?
Yeah, but I think it had to do with something. I don't know what it had to do with, but when they first launched it and we tried to upgrade because we thought the upgrade was included in our thing, and I tried to use it and it was like unusable. Anyway, so when I saw the deal and then I looked online, like I searched, and more recent things, I wasn't seeing anybody complaining about the speed and whatever. And then I reviewed the system requirements and I match all the minimum system requirements because I was wondering if the version upgrade had more significant, processing power or whatever required, but it doesn't. So I upgraded, knowing that there's a 30-day trial.
Okay.
I think it was a 30-day trial anyway. And I've been using it. I've used it, I think, 3 times now, and everything's fine. Works exactly the way the other one works, except now you have all these extra features, which I haven't really used yet, but
okay.
Anyway, I bit the bullet and decided to do it.
How can we tap into people like you?
I don't know. I've had a mind shift of I'm not acting out of, I'm not living in reality. I don't know, but I'm not allowing myself to be worried about investing in what I'm doing.
Okay. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, if I can upgrade Camtasia for, like, I love Camtasia. I use Camtasia, maybe not every day, but almost every day. So to upgrade to a better version of it that gives me more features and things to use, and it's ultimately, for me, it's a business expense. It makes sense for me to invest in that.
But you haven't gained really anything substantially. Or hold on, before I pass judgment, is it worth the upgrade? Let me put it to you this way.
Well, I think it is.
No, I mean, what are the features that you're using?
Well, I haven't really used them yet, but when I watch the video, like there's new transitions, there's rounded corners, there's letter, what is it called? I don't know, like you can make your video on lettering and stuff. Like there's just some cool kind of stuff.
So you will find use for that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's important.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see if how that transpires, but yeah, I don't know. I just rationalized it to myself as I don't want to say it doesn't really cost me anything, but it's, it just goes on my expense line, and so whatever that rounds out to be at tax time it is what it is. So, and the upgrade also came with the next upgrade included.
Is it the same thing that we've done before?
No, I don't know, because I think when we tried to upgrade before, we determined we didn't actually have the upgrade included or something. I don't know.
Oh, I remember, because what they had included was a free upgrade if the new version comes out within 30 days of your purchase.
Yeah, was that what it was? Yeah. So, and I think at the time, like when we bought originally, you could buy at one price, which was just the thing with that 30-day whatever. And then you could buy at a higher price, which would include the next upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember, but anyway, it's I did it, so
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Seems to be working.
That's great. No, I know. I mean, you do use it quite a lot.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt that you're.
And the other thing, I'd asked Jamie's. I sent an email to Jamie's team, I guess, asking for permission to use the video of my coaching session with Jamie on my in my marketing and on my site and whatever, if I was allowed to do that.
Okay.
And they answered back and said, yes, with the caveat that whenever I have it edited and ready to go, that they want to see the final version, and then they'll approve whether I can use it or not.
Yeah, that's just smart.
Yeah. So,
but he didn't come back and say anything about the well, I mean, the whole pitch about the app for him.
Well, I still have to connect with him on that. So I was going to ping him yesterday, and I got sidetracked, and then it was like the end of the day, and they're 5 hours ahead, so I didn't want to ping him at 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So then I was going to do it this morning, and then of course, first thing this morning, I opened up Facebook, and he has a picture of himself saying he's just hitting the weights, and then he's taking the day off to go up to the countryside. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to
weights. Oh man,
I'm not gonna ping him today. So I'm gonna ping him tomorrow. No, he's on vacation next week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ping him tomorrow and see if I can set something up for the week that he's back from vacation. But I mean, I there's.
So I the only thing I see that it's a bit of a wheel spinning happening, and I'm seeing the same thing on my side because I wanted to start creating content yesterday,
Yeah.
and I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
That website, so I wasn't as productive. So I need to recalibrate, and every day you can lose something.
Yeah.
So,
well, I've got I had 2 of my 5 attendees for my call tomorrow. Joanne's team hadn't logged into my system yet, and I got those resolved between yesterday morning and last night. So now everyone's been into the system. Everyone's completed the initial questionnaire. Talked to Joanne last night. She's excited for the call to happen on Wednesday. So that whole thing's a go. Trying to recruit people into my new program. So no one's responded to my kind of general post. So now I'm going to start messaging people directly.
So beating the old bush.
I've got 21 days to get 8 to 12 people signed up.
Why 21 days? Just when you kicking off the program?
Well, I basically want to have the registration done by the end of August, and then the program starts September 6th and runs for 4 weeks. So, I mean, even if I get 3 to 5 people signed up, that would be fine with me. I'd still do it.
What can I say? We're I think we're in the same frame of mind, both of us. I have a feeling. Because I'm also trying to set a lot of things up before the beginning of September.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm trying to grasp one too many strings.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll work.
Do you have a few minutes to check that Thrivecart thing out today?
You mean with the cancellation?
Well, just with how the trial thing works. Like,
Yeah,
you can do it right now if you want.
Let's So let me share.
And then do you want to do, like, I got my meeting tomorrow with Joanne's team, then I've got to drive my daughter to work, then I have a call with Joanne. Do you want to just cancel tomorrow's call, or do you want to schedule it in the afternoon?
Well, if something interesting comes up with your Joanne's meeting,
Yeah.
let's reconnect. But then I also found that it's serendipitous because I have a Cairo appointment
Okay.
tomorrow, so I'm gonna be.
Okay, so well, let's just cancel tomorrow and we'll do Thursday.
Let's just cancel tomorrow. Okay.
And then Friday I have
What? Sorry, wrong button.
so we'll cancel tomorrow. So then Thursday will be episode 97. And then next week we'll be into 98, 99, and then episode 100.
No, actually next week we're not.
Oh no, next week you're off.
Yeah.
So we'll do that the following week.
Episode 100. Oh my God.
I know. Then we can do the do a week of best ofs.
Yeah. I'm
like all good sitcoms.
I'm looking forward to episode 100. Episode 50 set us on a course, not a very successful one, but it still set us on a very interesting course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this. You're watching this, right?
Yeah. Are you editing, or do you want to add a new one?
No, well, dude, somebody signs up for a free 30 days. I'm fine.
Okay.
Look, we're not having an avalanche of new people coming on board.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so pricing, edit, billing, $9.99. By the way, we're going to be charging people, right? Trial period, 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Your customer will be charged today's price $0. Send your customer an invoice for every recurring payment. Okay. So next, right? Annual subscription. Well, no, hold on. Do we want to call it trial?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, I'm not going to change this. Will you be able to just go in and try to buy it right now?
Yeah.
Annual subscription. Okay, so save and get URL.
Well, you can put it in test mode, right?
What? No test mode. Put your money where. Oh, right, test mode. Test mode is getting rusty here. Where's okay, so now I'm gonna stop sharing and you can share. I know I could have bought it myself, actually. I just realized that.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let me share. All right, there's that. Oh, this one had should it have had the promo code in it?
I don't think so. That's not the one I sent you.
Yeah.
That's I know I'm seeing it, but It shouldn't auto apply. I think this was saved in your,
Oh, is it?
anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Is it cached?
But
Is that why?
go to incognito and incognito window and just paste the same link. Oops.
It's my chat. Chat. There we go.
Yeah, see. All right. Okay.
Starting that date. Okay, cool.
Now, what did you get in terms of an email? Because
Let me see. Same thing we just saw on the screen. It's just I got an invoice that showed you paid 0, and that you'll have an annual payment starting Thursday, September 9th for $11.29.
That's interesting.
It says click here to view your purchases. Send me my link. I just want to see if what this gives me for canceling. I'll share again. But this is what it sent me. One-time payment plan, subscriptions. This, you. And then I could cancel it here if I wanted.
Okay, so that was the link from the email, right?
Well, I got the email,
Yeah.
and then it said access your purchases.
Mm-hmm.
And I clicked that, and then it asked me for my email address, and it said, sent me a link, which then it took me to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so technically users can manage their subscription on their own.
Yeah.
Cancel subscription.
Why is it taking me to PayPal? That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because it's a test invoice.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably doesn't know that I would have paid through Stripe, not through PayPal.
Okay. Go to, what if you cancel subscription on this button? Yeah, on this one.
Same thing.
Stop sharing, log in, see where it takes you there.
All right.
Like what's when you log into PayPal.
Oh, I have a call at 10, by the way.
Okay. So it's either that or you have to manually. I really hope you don't have to do
It just says error detected. You can only view the transaction details of transactions listed in your history log. So it's not finding a.
Yeah, so it's probably you're right. It's because it's a test.
Yeah. I guess the question is, do we add something? If we're going to test this out, do we add an email in the sequence at 29 days or 30 days saying your trial is ending? If
yes, I mean, first things first is, do we need a trial? It's like what was the impetus to having a trial? Just to get people trying it?
Yeah, well, just to get people to try over the hump of, I don't have to lay out any cash to give this a try.
Okay. So how about we shorten that period just to reinforce the necessity to do something? Let's giving them 7 days. I'm just concerned about the fact that we've seen some of our, oh my God, I forgot my coffee.
Yeah,
Nothing but cold coffee.
That's fine. 7 days or what? Yeah, whatever.
7 days, and then we ping them with an email. I mean, technically, you don't want to ping people with an email. That's very courteous, but
yeah.
Okay, so let me.
I wonder what I wonder if Thrivecart. Does Thrivecart do communications automatically? Like I know they sent. There's automatic communication if your card's about to expire or whatever.
We can take. Yeah, I can take a look at that. There are a bunch of preset emails, which is great.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to set it to 7 days. It just means that across the website, we'll need to make sure that we have that. And on or on the checkout.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, you don't want it on the checkout. The only reason why people would be inclined to do this is if this is the thing that's holding them back, they don't want to shell out any money. They're interested, but they want to shell out any money. So it needs to be on a sales page.
Yeah.
Because if they would have clicked on buy, that means they're ready to buy. Don't give them the option of doing the 7-day trial. So is this, Greg, let's backtrack one step.
Yeah.
Was this tied to the ability of promoting in store?
No.
Okay.
No, this wasn't tied to that. This was just the idea of putting it in with my brother's delivery stuff.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
And giving people the chance to try it for free.
4 story times. Okay, I'll get it set up today and change the verbiage on the sales page.
All right.
Done.
There you go.
Excellent.
Sorry to create so much work for you, but then once you get it done, send me the link.
Of course.
Then I'll build
What do you mean? Which link?
To the. Oh, I guess it's the same link, right?
Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change. Everything's just going to work.
Actually, I'm not including the cart link anyway. I'm including just the link to the sales page anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So
we're that good.
Awesome.
Okay, dude.
All right.
Nice talking to you. So I'll talk to you Thursday.
Thursday it is.
Okay, my friend.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.